Right now, somewhere in the world, a child is kicking a ball against a wall and imagining a crowd. They are imagining a goal. They are imagining the moment the whole stadium rises for them, the way it rises for Ronaldo, the way it rises for Messi. But here is what nobody tells that child. The thing Ronaldo and Messi never talk about is not the training, it is not the diet, it is not even the talent. It is something far darker, far stranger, and far more important than any of that. You have watched the goals. You have watched the trophies. You have watched the tears after losses and the fists pumped after wins. But you have never been shown what is actually happening inside the mind of someone who becomes the greatest at anything. And once you understand it, you will never look at your own life the same way again. Here is what the science actually says. In 2007, psychologist Carol Dweck at Stanford University published research that would quietly change how the world understands achievement. She called it the growth mindset, but what most people took from her work was a watered-down version. They heard, "Believe you can improve," and they thought that was the whole lesson. It was not. The deeper finding was this: the people who reach the very top do not chase success. They are addicted to the process of becoming. Success to them is almost irrelevant. It is a side effect. Think about that for a second. Ronaldo has won 5 Ballon d'Or awards. Messi has won 8. And yet both of them, in separate interviews, have said the same thing in different words. The moment you feel satisfied is the most dangerous moment of your career. Satisfaction is the enemy. Not failure, not injury. Satisfaction. You were taught to chase the feeling of winning. Your brain was trained, from childhood, to treat the trophy as the destination. Get the grade, get the job, get the approval, and then relax. But the human beings who reach the very top of anything have, either by accident or by deliberate design, rewired that loop. For them, the destination is not a place. It is a direction. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman has explained this in terms of dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the reward chemical. That is wrong. Dopamine is not released when you get what you want. It is released when you are moving toward what you want. The anticipation, the pursuit, the climb. This is why winning often feels hollow for a few days after it happens. Your dopamine system was fueled by the chase, and now the chase is over. Your brain does not know what to do with a rival. It only knows how to move. Ronaldo does not celebrate for long. You have noticed this. The goal goes in, he does his famous jump, and within minutes, his face goes blank and focused again. It looks like arrogance. It is not arrogance. It is biology. His nervous system has already moved on. It is already asking, what is the next thing I need to become? Messi is different in style, but identical in structure. Where Ronaldo is visibly intense, Messi appears calm. But the calmness is not passivity. It is deep concentration. He is not relaxing on the field. He is processing. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi spent decades studying what he called the flow state. That feeling of being so absorbed in a task that time disappears and performance becomes effortless. He found that flow only occurs in a very specific condition, when the challenge is slightly beyond your current skill level. Not so far that you feel overwhelmed, just far enough that you have to reach. Messi has been engineering that feeling since he was a boy at La Masia, the famous Barcelona youth academy where they did not just train his feet. They trained his mind to always be reaching just past what was comfortable. This is the thing they never tell you. Neither Ronaldo nor Messi was simply born extraordinary. They were born with certain gifts, yes, but what made those gifts into greatness was something you cannot see on the pitch. It was the relationship each of them built with discomfort, with the moment when continuing feels harder than stopping, with the quiet daily decision to reach further than yesterday. Researcher Anders Ericsson spent his career studying elite performers across music, chess, sport, and surgery. His conclusion, published in his book Peak, was that talent is almost irrelevant at the highest level. What separates the best from the merely good is not ability. It is deliberate practice, focused, effortful, uncomfortable repetition aimed at specific weaknesses, not comfortable repetition of things you can already do well. He found that elite performers have, on average, accumulated 10,000 hours of this specific kind of practice, not 10,000 hours of doing something. 10,000 hours of struggling with the parts they cannot yet do. Ronaldo reportedly stays an hour after every training session ends. practicing free kicks until he gets a certain number right in a row, not until T.